What's up everybody? So a while ago now I made a video about film photography. You can check it out there. And that was the first time I actually shot some pictures on a film camera. And since then I really got into film photography. And my godfather also gave me this camera. This is an Nikon F90X, so it's almost like a digital camera because you know you have all the buttons, the mode, an extremely good autofocus, better than on my Lumix. So this is a really awesome film camera. And you know, I really wanted to try something new because shooting on a camera like this is not really different from shooting like on a digital camera. So almost all my old film cameras were broken. That's a hard sentence to pronounce. Anyway, except this one. So this one is an Olympus Pen EE, and yeah, it's a really tiny camera. So this camera is pretty old, from the 60s or the 70s, I don't really know. The main reason why I like this camera is because of this. You noticed why? I'll explain. Usually, when you take a picture on a film camera, like for example on this one, you put the film back here, and when you take a picture, the curtains here open and close. 24mm by 36mm. So this is the full frame format. And usually with some film, you have 36 pictures. But here you can see that the exposure window is smaller because it's vertical. While on this camera, with the same film, I can take up to 72 pictures. So film can be really expensive, and developing it is even more expensive. So like that, you only have to pay half the price, because with what you would normally pay for 36 pictures, you get 72 pictures. So that's really awesome. Those are the advantages of this camera. But the technical qualities of this camera are pretty bad compared to a camera like this one. You can change the lenses, so the lenses are better because here you are stuck with a 28mm, and when you look in the viewfinder, you don't even see through the lens, you see through this little tiny hole right there. It only works with some film up to 200 ISO, but the film I use in black and white is the Ilford HP5, and it's a 400 ISO film, so that doesn't work. I have to use it in manual. There isn't a light meter on it. You don't have a focus ring. You cannot choose your focus. So yes, if you take a picture of something at the infinity, of something really close, open at 3.5, well, it will be blurry, and I guess this lens is not really sharp. On the paper, this is a pretty shitty camera, but it has a big advantage. You know, when you shoot with a film camera like this one, well, you can really see what you are doing, you can really compose your shot, you can really nail everything which is technical. But sometimes when you are shooting, the technical aspects of your pictures takes over the emotions and the feelings you want to share through your pictures. With a camera like this, you cannot focus on technical qualities. You pretty much know your shot will be over or underexposed. You will not have the best composition because you cannot really see it through that. So for me, the biggest quality of this camera is that when you shoot with it, you only focus on the feelings and the emotions you want to share through your camera. But I still never used it. So yes, I'll go downtown to buy some film, and then I will simply shoot a little bit with it. So I have the film. This is the Ilford HP5 Plus. This is the film I use when I shoot in black and white, and this is the one I can develop at home. So let's put it in the camera. So there it is. The film is in the camera. As I said before, I'm not sure that the light meter is working. To measure the exposure, I use a light meter, and it works pretty well. I tested it with this camera and it gives me the same aperture, so I guess it works. That's gonna be fun to totally change my workflow. So I'm back home. That's a pretty fun camera, and I hope it works well. I'm impatient to see the results. Anyway, I will check back with you guys in a few days when I will be done with this film. So here we are, a month later. I exposed, developed and scanned the whole film. And well, I must say that I'm pretty impressed by this camera. I don't know why I removed my sunglasses, but anyway, as I said, I'm really impressed. The image quality you get with this camera is pretty good considering that this has no focusing ring, a fixed shutter of 1/40th of a second or 1/60th of a second, I don't know. You don't see through the real lens and you have a half exposition. Considering all those things, you still get some really nice pictures with it. So first off, as you know, I used the Ilford HP5 plus 400 ISOs film, and this film has plenty of dynamic range, so sometimes my shots were overexposed of 5 stops or underexposed of also 5 stops because I didn't take the time to use the light meter on my phone. I did all my expositions with my eyes, and pretty much all my pictures are usable and well exposed, so it's easier than you think to do the exposure with your eyes. Out of sun, you close the iris to f22. Inside, you open at 3.5, you check the light, and if you think that there is a lot of light, you close a little bit more the iris, and that's pretty much it. On more than 70 shots, 5 overexposed shot or something, and because I used the Ilford HP5 film, you can easily recover those overexpositions, so that's really great. And talking about this lens, this is a fixed 28mm with no focusing ring, so if you shoot open at 3.5, well, you will probably miss the focus considering you cannot change the focus. They are probably going to be blurry at f3.5, but as soon as you close a little bit the iris, you get a lot of depth of field because it's a wide angle lens. So honestly, it's a great little camera to use. I totally recommend it. I think you can find it on eBay for not a lot of money, and I recommend you to use it with the Ilford HP5 film. So one last thing which has nothing to do with this camera. This summer in August, with some friends at film school, we are going to shoot a short film, a 20 minutes long short film. And in order to do this project, we need a little bit of budget. So we opened a crowdfunding, link in bio, and if you want to help us in this project, you can donate a little bit. We would really appreciate it, and we would be so thankful for that. So the link is in the bio. If you want to help us, that would really be awesome. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, to subscribe and to share the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.